All right, friends, cheers. Because this is maybe the 5th time I've started this video. I tried once, microphones were dead. The funny part is I was gonna do a whole YouTube video on how to stop procrastination and just do it anyway and stop being a perfectionist. And yeah, devil is alive and real, peeps. Whiskey helps. All right, but this video is about something completely different, and it's something we are going to be talking about some in our membership this month. And I'm excited because as a social media strategist and a social media manager, something I get asked a lot is, has the algorithm changed? Or I hear a lot, the algorithm just doesn't like me anymore. That's not true. The algorithm doesn't change as much as you think it does. Consumer behavior changes more than you think it does. How people are consuming content, how they're watching their videos. Think about it. When Reels and trending audio kind of first hit the scene, people loved it. So on Instagram, more of the TikTok style videos started doing well. Some of the talking head videos, the podcast videos, some of those things. And right now, I think social media is a little bit in a creative rut on what do we do? So it's the content that stands out that's different. It's the content that stands out that is entertaining, but maybe not that we've actually seen before. The algorithm doesn't hate you, and there are certain pieces to the puzzle that you can put together to make it work for you. You want to make social media know that you are the life of the party and you're here to stay. So let's go over some of my tips on how not to get ghosted on Instagram. All right, let's go. Step number 1. I want you to automate your DMs and your comment messages through ManyChat. Now, I am a partner with ManyChat and I do make an affiliate commission, but I can promise you, I've been using them way before I got my partnership with them and would still highly recommend them. I love this, and I find that most people aren't utilizing it to the best of their ability, including myself, because I don't have everything set up and optimized the way that I want. But at the same time, I'm playing around with it a little bit just to show up in the DMs, to show up in the comments, to keep the audience engaging. I love the fact that a lot of people are using it now to draw people to their YouTube video, to draw people to their podcast. It's not necessarily like a sales comment, like comment the word ready if you're ready to purchase this course, or comment the word buy now if you're ready to buy now. It's more like comment number 272 and go listen to this podcast episode. So it's driving people to other platforms or where you want them to be. Let's say, for an example, you have a Facebook group that is highly engaged and you really would love for your Instagram followers to show up over on your Facebook group so you can connect with them deeper and maybe pull some audience members and followers from there over into your engaged Facebook group. What you're going to do maybe is say, comment the word exclusive, and I will send you a link to my private Facebook group. I would love to have you join us. And so you can do that. Another thing, and this is just something separate outside of it, I do like to use what's called deep links. If you're not familiar with deep links, I use them a lot for my Amazon affiliate links. And what this is, if you've noticed, when you click on Instagram or Facebook, it keeps you in the app instead of taking you to the external browser. You have to do that separately. If you deep link your link, it will automatically take them out of Instagram and Facebook. And I find that to be easier, especially if I'm using affiliate codes, especially my Amazon shopping affiliate codes. I want people out of the app. I want that URL to work every single time. There are some free sites out there. I use one called URL. Hello, whiskey. Can this channel just be called, like, I know my brand's Jesus and Tequila, but maybe it should be like Whiskey and Worship tonight. Hallelujah. All right, hallelujah, we're getting this video done. So I like using URL Genius to deep link those links to pull people off of the app and into a certain place where I want them to shop or go or follow. But why ManyChat automation will help your audience stay engaged is because your current audience wants to know that they can engage with you, that you're going to message them. Now, I know that most people know that it's a robot and an AI tool, but they still like that they're getting the information that they're asking for, because believe me, there's nothing I hate more than when an AI tool doesn't work or the link doesn't work and you have to go fix it. But it still gives you an opportunity to go engage, and you can see who all commented those words. So maybe you have seen that before on Instagram, like comment the word purple, and you weren't sure what that meant. It's people using an AI tool like ManyChat to draw their audience to specific links or to take another specific action step, like answering some questions in the DMs. The head of Instagram, Adam, has said that they prioritize DMs and messaging. Man, I just noticed how dry my lips were. We're doing the videos anyway, even if the microphones don't work. And I want to look here because I can see myself, but I need to look here because this is where the camera is. Look, y'all are going to go on this journey with me. Grow my YouTube channel with me. I have to start practicing what I preach. I tell everybody to focus on YouTube, and here I am, like, not focusing on YouTube. Okay, anyway, ManyChat. I will link this in the description notes for my affiliate link. I would love to make a commission. I'm not going to hide that. I would love to make my 20 cents or whatever it is for you signing up on that link. Yay. All right, number 2 is to actually time block your engagement. Time block when you are actually going to reply personally, not just ManyChat, to your DMs, to your comments. So I actually know on Mondays, tomorrow evening is when I kind of time block my engagement post. That's when I am answering a lot. Right now I have a ton. Right now I have 79 unread Instagram messages, I believe, and more text messages. I can't even get into the emails, but just on Instagram alone, that's what it is. And I haven't checked Facebook or LinkedIn, but we are talking about Instagram right now. So we want to reply personally to the people who are commenting and sending us the DM. And a lot of that does take intention. The cool thing about it is you can filter your notifications on who commented. Be sure that you're using a lot of the tools to filter those notifications, to filter the DMs, so you can prioritize which ones are more important for you to engage with first. The reason this is important is because it helps you stay consistent with engaging with your audience. Now, I don't want you to just engage with the people who are commenting and DMing you. I want you to set aside 2 time blocks. One time block for engaging with the people who've engaged with you. And I want you to set another time block, and this is what's going to be called your lead generation. And what this means is commenting on people's posts, being an actual human being. Do we forget that? Maybe you see somebody having wine out with a girlfriend and you just say, oh my gosh, I could totally use a girls' night out this weekend. Where do you like to go when you're in Charleston? And just start that conversation. I like to say ROI for me is not return on investment, it's relationships built on investment. Am I starting conversations with people? Are they responding back to me? Are they engaging with me? But we can't just sit there and pretend like we engage with people and want them to engage with us back. We can't be that selfish, honestly. We have to engage with people. My friend Jacqueline, she is the menstrual mogul, and she teaches about cycle syncing and food and nutrition and all these fun things that I did not know a lot about, but I was interested in learning about, but didn't know I was interested in learning about it until I started following her page. But the only reason I started following her page is because she was like my number one hype girl. Now, I knew that she was hyping me up and commenting on all my posts because she probably wanted me to sign up for her course, right? Like, I'm not dumb. I know how marketing works. But I still appreciated that she was looking at my content. She was leaving genuine comments. She was showing up in my stories. She was showing up in my DMs, and she was not pitching me anything. That meant a lot to me. That meant that she was genuine. She was not tacky. Before I ever purchased anything with her, we had a relationship. on Instagram. And I ended up asking her to be a guest on my podcast. I will link the podcast episode below in the show notes so you can listen to it and get to know her a little bit better as well. But she was on my podcast before I ever bought anything from her. And she said yes, because she knew that she still wanted me as a client and she wanted to reach out to my clientele as well. So that's important when you're thinking about who you engage with. Is this person a target client for you, potential client for you, and is their audience? How can you collaborate with them? How can you show up as a real human and not a salesy human to get to know you? The best way and fastest way for someone to come to your profile is by commenting. And maybe I'll do a whole nother video on that, but the commenting strategy is huge. I actually probably will do a video on that because I love Big Brother and I comment on a lot of Big Brother stuff and it's wild over there. I do love Chelsea, who won, by the way. If anybody knows Chelsea, tag her in this video. I want to be her friend. Thank you. So time blocking, it's important to time block and stay consistent with the engagement. I know it's hard. It's not hard. Consistency is hard. Social media is not hard. Engagement is not hard. Working out is not hard. Eating healthy is not hard. Consistency is. Consistency is literally the key to everything, truly, with finances, weight, habits, everything. Consistency is key. And it's figuring out ways that you can be consistent and figuring out systems that work for you. There's never going to be a cookie cutter. Look, maybe every time I mess up, I'll take a drink. There's never going to be a cookie cutter answer for everybody when how it works for them and their systems. And I see so many people buying different systems, different courses, different Excel spreadsheets, different habit trackers, like different everything. I get it. I sell some of them too because I know that people purchase them because so many people are just ready to find a system that works for them. And I have purchased some of those. Some of them haven't worked for me. And there are some that I'm just like, oh, thank God this girl gets my brain and I love her system and it does work for me. Step number 4, use stories and trends to stay relevant. What this means is stories is what's going to keep you in the eye of your current followers, but also people who are lurking. Maybe they found you through a reel, or maybe they just stumbled across a post or a comment even, and they come to your profile. A lot of times they will look at stories because they want to see real time what you're doing. A lot of people say they love following my journey through the stories. I don't mind posting day in the life, what I'm doing sort of thing. You also want to stay relevant with the trends. So right now in stories, using a template is trending. It helps you get seen by non-followers. Instagram really wants you to use them. But the key part that people miss out on is engaging and being social with people after they use that template. So let's say, for example, I used one this morning. It was called 7 Gratitudes because we're about to enter November where everybody's going to be talking about gratitudes. I bet there's going to be tons of templates. Now I'm thinking I need to create. This is my ADHD brain. Oh my gosh. Now I'm like, I need to create the templates and sell them now before Thanksgiving. So then people just have them to use in their stories. Damn it. I hate my brain sometimes. Like I know it would make money. I know it's a good idea. Do I have the time and capacity? Is it really worth it? Welcome to a day in the life of my brain. Ugh. And this is why I stay up till 3 a.m. sometimes. I have a love-hate relationship with my brain. Okay, now back on track. Oh my gosh. ADHD, it's a thing. Okay. Using the templates will help you get the engagement. And the key part that people miss out on is once people use the template, you get to see who uses it. And a lot of times they're not people who are following you because let's say a friend that follows you used it and then her friend saw it and her friend saw it. So you get to see a ripple effect of people that are using your template. Now, what I usually like to do, because it's in the stories, is reply to their stories and just say, oh my gosh, I love this so much. Thank you for using my original template. Check out my highlights if you want more, or let me know if you want more templates like this. You can use it for something like that, or you can just use it for straight engagement. Thank you so much for using my template. It's so cool to see other badass female entrepreneurs using it. Say whatever you want, but just be a real human and have a conversation. Fifth is we are doing a full training on this in the Socially Growing membership, where you get live trainings every single month. I obviously love YouTube. I'm doing a YouTube video right now, but what I love about the monthly membership is I get to truly connect. I get to talk to other people on video. It's not just me talking to a screen. There's no editing. There's no cuts. It is real life humans having real life conversations about real life jobs and businesses and what's going on in the social media world and how to use it. And I love the membership for that. So October 29th, we are having a live Q&A and training on how not to get ghosted, where I'm showing real life examples of how to do this, plus lots of other tips, where you're also going to get a resource sheet of the time blocking and checklist of things to do on not to get ghosted. So those resources will be linked only in the membership. So if you found this helpful and you're not turned off by my ADHD brain, then this is the YouTube channel for you. Cheers. I am just a Jesus tequila loving shopping enthusiast who also really loves marketing, but has to love marketing because it pays my bills until I find a husband. Have a great night.